Good morning, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. Let's begin. First up, man accused in sexual assault of child at Hancock Campground. Let's take a listen to the video from WMUR News 9.
Cole pushed out the door when it matters most. For more than a decade, he's been right there, everywhere. And when American jobs are on the line, he leads the charge. ABC's World News Tonight with David Muir is America's most watched newscast, and we thank you.
Massachusetts police on August 8th. He was later extradited to New Hampshire and arraigned on 3 counts of felonious sexual assault.
We had 3 different occurrences on one weekend with a child that was under the age of 13.
According to court documents, the victim's father said he knew Cole through camping at a local campground, and it's there, in the summer of 2009, where officials say the assaults happened. The victim, just 8 years old. Police Chief Andrew Wood says Cole groomed the child with pornographic movies and offered to provide cigarettes in exchange for sexual acts.
It was disturbing to us.
The campground had no comment. Court documents also show the victim decided to come forward about the abuse after attending a school function involving an inspirational speaker. Cole is on the Massachusetts Sex Offender Registry. He has convictions dating back to 1984.
We could have possibility of having victims from that date on. We don't know, but our investigation is continuing in that fashion.
Wood says there may possibly be more victims from other incidents at campgrounds in New Hampshire and in other states.
What we're hoping is maybe somebody will see this release and it might trigger, something where more information will come forward.
And now Hancock police say they will be working with authorities down in Massachusetts to try and piece all of this together. Meantime, Cole did not enter a plea at his arraignment, and he was held on $10,000 cash-only bail. We're live here in Hancock. I'm Tim Callery, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Race Point Beach closed after shark spotted feasting on seal. A great white shark was caught on camera feasting on a seal offshore Race Point Beach in Provincetown on Thursday afternoon. The Cape Cod National Seashore Beach was immediately closed to swimmers. Video from the scene showed a shark feasting on a seal approximately 10 to 20 yards from shore. The video shows people watching from the beach screaming for people to get out of the water as the shark attacks the seal. The sighting took place around 3:30 p.m. No additional information was immediately available. How safe is Maine's election security system? Let's take a listen to the video from WMTW News 8 Maine.
They're out there, working hard to make our roads safe. They care about you and your safety. Show them you care about them. Slow down. Wait until it's safe to move over and pass. So when you see emergency lights like these, slow down. Move over. They can't save your life if they're worried about their own.
Election day is approaching, and all over the country, work is ongoing to make sure America's voting systems are safe from any threats, including cyber threats. WMTW News 8's political reporter Paul Merrill sat down with Maine Secretary of State Matt Dunlap to talk about vulnerabilities here in Maine. Paul?
Yes, Steve, of course, nothing is perfect. There are election vulnerabilities in Maine, but not as many as there are in other states. That's mostly because our election system is decentralized and generally unsophisticated. Paper ballots, tabulation machines with no internet capabilities, printed voter registration lists on election day, and no day of results posted on the Secretary of State's website. All of these old-school techniques actually put Maine in a better position than other states regarding protections from 21st century cyber warfare, according to our state's top elections official.
We were ahead of our time by sticking with paper.
Exactly, just because we couldn't afford electronic poll books, and we couldn't afford online election results, and we didn't have time to build those things. It's actually worked to our advantage in terms of security. Secretary of State Matt Dunlap says there are only two parts of Maine's election system that are susceptible to internet hacking: the central voter registration system and overseas absentee ballots that are transmitted electronically. There are security measures and firewalls in place. Safeguards Dunlap says were not present at the recent Las Vegas conference that saw kids hack into election websites. Dunlap says even if the online voter database was compromised, Maine still allows election day registration. If nothing else, people could just fill out new cards. That would be a nightmare. But people could vote. For as old school and decentralized as Maine's voting is, Dunlap says the state has still spent tens of millions of dollars over the past 15 years to protect itself against anyone who may want to interfere. It's a constant race with no finish line when you're getting into some of the cyber threats. Dunlap tells us his office operates under the assumption that eventually a security breach will happen, so his staffers practice moving quickly to minimize any damage that hackers might cause. I'm Paul Merrill, WMTW News 8.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. U.S.-China trade talks will focus on yen weakness, experts say. China's yen's weakness will be a focus point during the U.S.-China trade talks in late August as both countries grapple with the fallout from recent fluctuations in the currency market, analysts said. Trump military parade is postponed until 2019. Let's take a listen to the video from ABC News.
And President Trump's military parade a go for Veterans Day with one catch and a hefty price tag. You won't see any tanks. The Defense Department saying they don't want to damage any roads. You will see lots of jeeps, military personnel, and a big aircraft flyover all on November 11th. The House Budget Committee says the final cost could be as much as $30 million. To eastern Pennsylvania now. Tonight, the desperate search for a 16-year-old girl believed to be on the...
Okay, and there you go on that report, and it has been postponed for next year. And that does it for the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you back here later on today for another newscast. And I'll have a news report coming up in a little bit. Goodbye, everyone.